How do you stop thinking like an amateur and start thinking like a professional? The attitude always comes before the action. Why is it important to understand that the attitude always comes before the action? Why is it important to understand that the attitude always comes before the action? So another word for attitude is thought, your thoughts. But thoughts about what? Yeah, which I'm sure you're asking yourself. Why are my thoughts important for me to become a professional sportsman and sportswoman? I'll tell you why. So if I take that phrase, the attitude always comes before the action, and I break it down for you. So thought about what? Number one, yourself. Yeah. Yourself, then your ability, and what you need to do with it. Now, I'm not speaking about the next 5 years, the next 6 years, because I was an amateur as well. I was blessed to be a professional soccer player for 20 years. I retired 4 years ago, became a coach, and now I'm an athlete mentor. But throughout my soccer playing days, since the age of 5 up until the age of 36, 37, I've learned what not to do, what to do, what not to think, and what to think. And this is what I'm sharing with you. So, how do you stop thinking like an amateur and start thinking like a professional? You need to first understand how the professionals think. So, 3 things. Number one, professionals, top professional sportsmen and sportswomen have a high sense of self-belief. They believe in themselves and their ability. Yeah, not overconfidence. I'm talking about they believe in their ability and they believe in themselves. Number 2, they know who they are, and that is what I'll be focusing on. Yeah, they know who they are and they are clear about that. Who they are is not defined by their sporting success. It's defined by who they know they are and whose they are. That's number 2. And then number 3, they set goals for themselves in their sports and in life, and that forms one plan. Yeah. Now, I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and one thing I've observed while playing and also as a coach is that there's this mentality that I don't need to think like a professional while I'm still playing amateur. It begs the question, how do you then become a professional sportsman if you do not start thinking like a professional? Yeah. So how do you think like a professional? Okay. Speaking of point 2, where a top professional sportsman and sportswoman know who they are. They know their identity. And why is that so important? Because here's a fact that throughout your sporting journey, throughout your life, in actual fact, every single day, the one area of your life that is constantly being tested is your character, your personality. Yeah, how you respond in situations, what you think of yourself, about yourself, and taking that into different scenarios. On the sports field, into the sporting arena, off the sports field, outside of the sporting arena. Your identity. So who are you and whose are you? So here's a story. So I do mentorship courses for amateur and professional athletes. And I've mentored over plus minus 200 both professional and amateur soccer players in South Africa and also America. And I always, when dealing with identity, excuse me, when dealing with identity, I always ask them one question: who are you? I give them no rules, there's no laws, there's no, you must answer like this or no. It's simple. Who are you? And majority of the answers, guys, that comes back is this: I am a good goal scorer, I'm a good defender, I'm a good passer of the ball, I can tackle well, I have a good step over, etc., etc. Everything to do with their sports, nothing to do with who they are as people, their true identity. Then I ask them, exclude your sports from that answer and then give me an answer. And this is the response I get. Oof. Make me think now, eh? Yeah. That's exactly the answer I get. Silence, uncertainty, and not sure of who they are, because they've never been asked that question. So, identity. Why it is important for you to start building that right now and start asking the question, who am I and whose am I? So I'm going to give you some information. Before that, I'll give you a verse in Proverbs 4 verse 7 that says, the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get understanding. Yeah. So in order for us to pursue anything in life and in sports, in order for us to become a professional sportsman or sportswoman, we have to gain the wisdom of what we need to do, the knowledge, how do we play a certain sports, what do I need to do, which team do I need to join, etc. But furthermore, we need to get understanding, yeah, the nuts and bolts of how do I specifically focus on this, on my strengths, on my weaknesses, how do I build, what areas do I need to improve in, yeah. So, speaking of identity, in Psalm 139, verse 13 to 18, and especially answering the question, whose are you? Yeah, for it was you who created my inward parts. That's verse 13. Yeah, I'm reading from verse 13. For it was you, so you is God. For it was you who created my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you because I've been remarkably and wonderfully made. Another version says, because I've been fearfully and wonderfully made. So that's God speaking about you and me, because He's made each of us unique. Your works are wonderful, and I know this very well. Verse 15, my bones were not hidden from you when I was made in secret, when I was formed in the depths of the earth. Verse 16, your eyes saw me when I was formless. All my days were written. Now hear this. In your book, and planned before a single one of them began. I'll repeat that. Your eyes saw me when I was formless. All my days were written in your book and planned before a single one of them began. God, how difficult your thoughts are for me to comprehend, how vast their sum is. If I counted them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I wake up, I am still with you. Guys, so verse 16 tells you exactly whose you are. God created each one of us remarkably and wonderfully. Yeah. So whose are you? You are God's, right? And I'll tie that in as well with Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6. Yeah. So if God created us, then it also means He gave us the sporting ability. But it also means we can be confident in who we are and whose we are. Because if He created us remarkably and wonderfully, that should give us confidence to go and play our sports confidently each and every time. So why and who should you turn to when you're not feeling sure who you are? Well, here it says in Proverbs 3, 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Think about Him in all your ways and He will guide you on the right paths. So guys, I've been through many experiences as a professional sportsman. A lot of obstacles, a lot of ups and downs. And my character has always been tested, and I failed a lot of them. I have chosen to do the opposite to what I should have done. I've also chosen to think the opposite to how I should have thought. And sorry about that. And I've always come to realize, through trial and error, that the one area of your life that you need to constantly be developing is your identity, your character. You need to be constantly reaffirming yourself. And why that is important as you go on this journey of pursuing a career in professional sports, it's because that is tested every single day, isn't it? Yeah, every single day when you step onto that field of play, onto that track, your coach is assessing you. Your teammates are assessing you. They're giving you their view, their feedback. The world is giving you their view, their feedback. Media, etc. Friends, family, etc. In this social media crazy world, everyone is giving their view about your performance. And if you are basing your identity on what they are saying, that is a slippery slope. Yeah, we hear and we see many instances of top professional sportsmen and women are facing mental health issues. Well, my experience has shown me that it all comes back to developing your character alongside your sporting ability. So stop thinking like an amateur, start performing like a professional. Starts with you thinking positively about yourself and who you are. Take your sports off of the table when thinking about it and begin to develop yourself as a person alongside your sporting career, your sporting ability. So in the same way you will practice that move, that skill, that running technique, that shooting power, etc. in your sports. It's the same way you need to be developing and sharpening your character alongside that. And you will begin to realize that you'll be a lot more confident in your sports, but more importantly in your life as well. And that will form the foundation for you to go from where you are right now onto the field of play and face obstacles which maybe in the past you didn't know how to handle. Yeah, but I'll be sharing more on that, guys, as the weeks go on by. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and comment, and do all the YouTube stuff. And I'll be sharing more of these insights that go beyond just the technical aspects of sports. Okay, guys, bless you. Have a good day, and